All right, I think we should be set up hopefully soon. We'll let everyone get in. Hello, everyone. And yeah, super excited to do these unit reviews. Hello. Yeah, let's just wait. I am running a little bit behind due to reasons I will tell you all in like 3 minutes, but thankfully I was able to make it. All right, I think it's been around 5 minutes, so we can get started very, very soon. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'm super excited. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a bit hectic. I almost was late to this because, unfortunately, a certain someone was very adamant of escaping their basement. But, thankfully, I was able to put DTM in his place because right now, that's right, it is ATM's time to shine. I am finally free from that loser F2P person, DTM, and so I am here to take his place, to do these unit reviews, and yeah, I can't wait to hopefully see some premium all plus 10 max investment, ascended, even aided essence heroes. If I don't see those, I'm going to be very disappointed and you're getting banned. All right. So yeah, we don't have to deal with poverty units or anything like that anymore because I am finally taking the reins of this channel. So yeah, as before, as like my previous unit reviews, unfortunately we will not get to all of these unit reviews, So if you want to ensure that you can, or like just like we get to you, or you want to like skip the line, then just like I would, pay some money. It is pay to win for a reason, right? But yeah. So yeah, let's get started then. And ooh, hello, Oblivion. Yes, I am finally free. And since you're here, we can start with you, actually. So yeah, I haven't done one of these, actually. This is like my first time doing one of these. So yeah, let's start with Oblivion, who is a member of the channel. Thank you for your constant support, as always. And yeah, as a reminder, I guess this is a good time to point it out, but be sure you have the unit you want to be reviewed as the lead, and make sure you do a match so the servers can sync. We are not going that long. I'm only probably going to stay for like an hour and a half or something like that. But, if we get some donations or member goals, who knows? Maybe we can extend that. As an ATM, I am in desperate need of people feeding me those fat stacks, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we have Oblivion here with the Ascended Joshua. Oblivion, what is this? I thought I said from the beginning, I expect all +10, max investment, even aided essence. This is not a unit that I can review right now. I think we're going to leave that there until you give an aided essence to that Joshua. All right, I'll go to someone else, and then I'll come back to you, and then we'll see. All right. All right, let's go ahead and do this unit right here. So this is from Joel, who's also a member of the channel. Thank you, Joel, for your submission. Hey, there we go. And now this is what we're talking about, right? We have the Ascended assets. We have the aided essence. We have the +10 Marth ring even. I really much respect that. This is what we call a real fan. All right, so Joel says the ultimate resonant battles unit, harmonic peony. Okay, so this is Tana and not Sharena. I really like the Sly. That's basically the go-to skill for nukes these days. And I mean, this is pretty basic physical nuke, if I do say so myself. Like, we have Speed Taker for the true damage. A Lookout Force is interesting. Alayla died for this. But it can definitely work, since it gives you Canto 2, which is better than the Canto 1 here. And then Heavy Blade is a bit iffy, if I do say so myself. I'm not a big fan of Heavy Blade, as even with the extra charges, you need to be retaliated against to fully charge lethality on the second hit, which generally you don't want to do, right? I don't think Not Sharena has the sauce. I guess it can be guaranteed with Marth ring. And look, I know this might sound overkill in terms of optimization, but we all know how difficult and important Resonant Battles is in FEH. Like, right now, I think it's the hardest content in FEH right now, which I personally struggle with a lot. So optimizing for modes like Resonant Battles, like +10ing these units, making sure you get the max score, doing that for these hard modes instead of like the easy modes, like SDR, is an invaluable part of being able to prioritize these sort of things, even for whales like us. So I do appreciate the investment here. Just not a big fan of Heavy Blade personally. But yeah. Not Sharena is looking very, very high invested, which I really, really like though. So I just wish we get another premium dagger skill. Like, we need a dagger skill that can also hit flash. I think that would be really, really good. Or gravity. Actually, a stagger special with gravity would be really cool. I think they should implement that. All right, your move, IS. Your move. All right, we'll go back to Oblivion. Let's see if the essence was applied to Joshua while we were reviewing this. All right. Okay. Well, I guess since you are a member, I'll make an exception just for you. Because I do respect people that pay to my channel. So I won't dismiss you right now. But let's see. What does Oblivion says? One of my favorite units of all time. Glad I could give him a nice update. Well, you know what would be glad for him? An aided essence. I can't wait for his refine in 2050. So we have not plus 10 ring here. Man, I just get more and more disappointed as time goes by. Like, what is this? I assume this is all the skills from like AHR and Alm. With Pulse on Blades, lethality should be at 1. So as long as you double with Tempo Echo and everything, lethality should proc on the second hit. Obviously, if you don't double, that's kind of a bummer. So you can mitigate that with Marth Ring. And okay, I've seen your VODs, Oblivion. I know you have a plus 10 Marth Ring. I mean, you lose out on Lin Ring, but Lin Ring is only plus 8, which means it's worse than plus 10 Marth Ring. You know, that's just how the rules work. If you want to stick with Lin Ring, you still have that problem where if Joshua gets countered, that like Joshua can get counterattacked in between the hits. So he's most likely dying. So honestly, I think Wind Sweep would work really well here, as he'll be able to safely double and therefore make the lethality proc save. You lose out on the extra damage of Speed Taker, but my uncle works at Nintendo, and he told me that Wind Sweep 4 is coming out on the next banner. So yeah. My uncle also told me that we're getting an FE4 remake announcement tomorrow, so be excited for that, chat. You didn't hear it from here. But yeah, unfortunately, the no aided essence is really big of a bummer. Like, you call yourself a true fan. Only classics withhold their resources from their favorites, right? And if you don't have the resources, you should spend orbs to get them. I don't make the rules. But yeah, overall, a very, very disappointing Joshua. I can't believe you would show this to me, Oblivion. I'm very disappointed. All right. Next, we have Suna here. At least I see Suna in the chat. So let's get Suna on. You'll wail harder next time? You better. Alright, so Suna here is with the plus 10 legendary Fae. This chicken is ready to give Emblem Lin and her ring user some extra juicy and crispy experience with this build courtesy of Phoenix Master 1. The traitor. I don't know if you all know this behind the scenes drama, but like we whales are really mad at Phoenix Master right now for always helping out the F2P players. Like we spend all this money, so much money getting these new shiny units, only for this traitor, this fool, to share the strats to allow F2P players to match us. Like it's so unfair. It's so unfair that those that don't pay can be the same level as those who do pay. Like what are we paying for? Like it's called pay to win for a reason. So yeah, since this is from Phoenix Master, this is definitely a Phoenix Master F2P build. Distant bonus doubler was so last year. You definitely want to replace that with a newer skill because newer equals better. Something like boost or something. And like having guard on boost would be really good. So making sure you have guard is really good. And boost is of course a lot more premium, which is the only thing that matters. Faye doesn't need to counterattack since you're generally going to be using her as a frontline anyways, so something like Summer's Duels. But yeah. Lagoo's Friend works really well with Life Unending too. Do really like that. And of course, Barricade is optimal skill right now for dragons, especially for front lines. But I'll be real. I know like Masquerade is really high on Legendary Fae and uses her a lot, but I think it would be best to just use Winter Illyr instead. Like, just throw her into the grinder, make some KFC, and feed that KFC to Winter Illyr. And I think it would be a lot better, personally. But yeah, overall, very, very interesting Fae. I mean, at least we have this aided essence, right? So I can respect the true fan Suna is for this legendary Fae. So you have my respect. All right. Oh, we got a $10 Canadian donation from Suna. Hey ATM, I sincerely and greatly appreciated you taking the moment to review my legendary Fae thoroughly. Rise up, shiny chicken dragon gang. Hope you have an awesome early Easter holiday. Thank you so much, Suna. Again, this is ATM, so I'll relay this message to DTM. Definitely not stuck in a basement right now, but yeah, your donation is greatly appreciated. And with the 20 gifted members, let's go. Okay, Suna, I take it back. You are the king. This build is perfect in every single way. You don't need to change anything. Dazzling Breath, exquisite. Distant Bonus Doubler, optimal. The Goose Friend 4, one of the best skills you can ever have. Barricade, the truly elite, runs this. Truly the most peak of all builds. Alright. Next up. Should be from Satoshi. So let's see here. No aided essence. Oh well, since you're a member, I'll still go through this, but like, I don't know. You're running on thin ice, Satoshi, and Byleth too. Ill. Byleth, more like buy less to see you. Let's see what you say. She's matching colors with her GF. I like her a lot. I put a lot of work to make her still do 0x2 versus Needhogger. Okay, so we have Gust here that is pre-charged with the 2x pulses. So the idea is to go in with the extra range of Sigurd and immediately hit the Vos with a Gust. So definitely aiming for a melee nuke style. Unfortunately, even with Sigurd Ring, she doesn't really have the range to do that effectively. Like, you could do Celica, but that's a lot of anti-warp. Like, this is like the perfect nuke build, I guess, or like the nuke build people are running for. But I don't think this Byleth works as a nuke. So honestly, Satoshi, man-to-man, I need to introduce you to another better mercenary that you can use. Her name is Marissa, and she's a better character than Byleth in every single way. And she actually got a recent alt on the Desert Banner, who can not only do this nuke thing more effectively with more range, but can also provide Brave support, right? So what I would suggest you do is you spend 1,600 orbs to +10 this Marissa, and just fodder this Byleth to transfer over the Excel. I mean, you would lose out on like all these rests of these skills, but if you ever need them, you could just summon them for them again, so it wouldn't be that much of a waste. And I know you definitely have the resources to do that, since you are the #1 EN meta slave, so I expect better, personally. But yeah. Overall, not Marissa is a very good nuke build, and yeah. Alright. Next we have... Ooh, this one should be interesting. Here we have Chronicles with another Byleth. What's with all these Byleth glazers? Oh my goodness, we need to like stop this Byleth propaganda. It needs to stop. So Chronicles says, one of my favorite characters of all time and probably the most continuously updated. Yeah, continuously updated because he's continuously bad. That being said, he does actually have the aided essence. So, you know what? I respect it. I respect it a lot. We all have our favorites, even if they're, you know, shouldn't be favorites. So, spending resources on your favorites is fine and all. And I know you're a whale. And yeah, this is an investment. And very decked out, as expected from my fellow whale. The better Byleth fan for sure. And yeah, we have a lot of premium skills here, like Lagoose, Loyalty, and Times Pulse Edge. Should bring Ether, I believe, down to 1. So you are able to retaliate with the Ether. The rest is standard on-retain stuff. But Chronicles, you're a whale. Like, what are you doing? Why are you using Aether? That's not premium. I thought you were a better whale. I'm very disappointed. Like, instead of Aether, you should do something like No Quarter or Gust. That's a lot more higher investment and premium. So it would suit this build a lot better. Because more premium equals more better. That's just how it works. So we had a female Byleth. And we have this male Byleth. But personally, whale to whale, you should ditch this male Byleth and spend 1,600 orbs to get a plus 10 female Byleth. Because as much as I don't like any of the Byleths, at least female Byleth has a Resplendent. And you can't be a whale if you don't use the version with the Resplendent, right? And let's be real, female Byleth is just better. You can admit it, you just know the truth. So yeah, switch this to female Byleth, get her Resplendent, get Faith Pass, and then use this build on her, and then you'll be fine. All right, there was a bunch of members, so I actually don't know new members. Oh geez, okay. I didn't plan for that. Okay, I guess we'll just do this simply. If you're a new member and you want to skip the line, you can just put your code in, and then we'll go from there. If not, we'll just continue on. Didn't plan? Why do you need to plan when you could just have money, you know? Money means you don't need plans. All right, let's go with this one. All right, so now we have Sarah News with the plus 10 Sarah. I usually switch between this build or Legendary Sakura build. For this build, she's completely self-sufficient, not relying on no follow-up or cooldown support. She will always trigger her special if she doubles due to her weapon plus temp combo. So we have Sakura at home. Not even, honestly. Although, we do have the Resplendent and the Essence. So I'm glad to confirm, Sarah News, that you are on the right side of history. Unfortunately, what you're not on the right side of history of is the fact that you're using a 3-star, 4-star unit. So that is very much unbased. As a general rule, the only units worth building, using, and investing into are 5-star exclusives. So, like, this is no bueno. And this isn't even, like, attempting to do the cool strat of using base Sakura to trick people into banning them, right? So, like, if you want to rock a 3-star, 4-star healer, you just go base Sakura instead of this Sarah. This is the really good healer build, though. Like, perfect is perfect, though I would consider using a healer A, so you don't have to run Raffle on the seal, especially if you can outsource NFU. And of course, we have the Flash special, Glittering Light. Okay, like, this Flash special is so annoying. Whoever asked for a Flash special should never manifest anything again, you know? Just such a dweeb. Zach, there were postings on the community post or on Twitter. This is where this list is taking them. Unfortunately, at this point, we probably won't get to it if you submit your units, but if you become a member, then you can skip the line. So, and then you can just submit your code here. Sarah flashes her opponents. I guess that's the only good thing she'll be good at. All right. So we have Bitex, who also became a member. Thank you, Suna. Everyone say thank you, Suna, in the chat. Okay, Suna with the +10. Marianne, what is this? This is all unmerged. Bitex, I expected better from you. Okay, this is not worth doing this right now. All right, let's get another unit. Okay, it's actually really hard to keep track of who became a member. But I think that's actually it. Okay, cool. It was funny for one defense. Fine. We'll go back and look at this again. Just for that one defense. Also, I don't know why I did that. All right. So yeah, one defense. Yeah, one defense. One lift is what you'll get using this Marianne. At least you have the aided essence though. So, like, I guess you sort of passed the vibe check. Let's see what you write here. It's my best girl and an amazingly fun unit to use, Marianne. She's so fun, but I'm glad that right now it's really hard to Gale Force. So I don't use her as much in AR. Regardless, I'm waiting to get more fodder from the Divine Codes to give her even better stuff and eventually max her out. Wow. Using Divine Codes. I thought it couldn't even get lower. But if you were a true fan, you would spend orbs to get this Marianne everything, not even having to rely on Divine Codes. I hate the Divine Codes. Like, I paid for these skills. Why do other people get to use them as well? It's so unfair. That being said, yeah, Crystalline Water is for the one defense build. Speed Res Discord helps for the support, and Deadly Miasma. I think it's probably the best C skill right now. Personally, I do like Crux to provide that guaranteed follow-up support because defensive NFU is actually not that common. So, like, Crux actually works relatively well. And then we have Still Water, again, for the memes. And then Soaring Echo. I'm not a big fan of Swap, though. I think if you've been following my channel a lot, you know that the best skill when it comes to positional assists in the game is Pivot. Pivot is just the best assist in every single scenario. So you should probably swap that out to Pivot. I think it'll work really well with Marianne here. Oh, thank you so much, Chezak. I hope I pronounced that correct. Chezkak? Sorry. For becoming a member. Yeah, just submit your code here, and then we'll get to you as soon as you submit it. Yeah, thank you. I forgot to like start checking for these, but hey, there's Pivot. See, you should use that instead. So okay, you do have Crux. Yeah, I recommend Crux over this, honestly. I think Crux is pretty underrated. But yeah, begrudgingly, thank you for the submission. All right. Okay, I see the code. Let's get you in here. Leah, I did see the code. We'll get to you once I finish all these members. All right. Your boy Claude with the +10 Wind Tribe Claude. I forgot the name for a second. All right, I see the essence. Let's go. +10 here. You know, I'm like the biggest Claude fan. I think like people were hating on him so much when he was released. Like, if you just had him on your team in Summer's Duels, you just auto-win, and it was amazing. We need to bring back those days. Alright, so we have the Playful Pinwheel, we have Lethality with the Lin Ring, so trying to beat the Sniper. Flared Sparrow. These days, Sly Swift Sparrow is better, just due to the fact that you get more true damage, and that Breath of Life is pretty much everywhere, or healing, or like Hathrin. Active Lookout is interesting, but I personally think for a unit that uses Lin Ring, you definitely want like a more non-movement skill, something like even like Deadly Miasma or Crux or something. I think that could work better. And then yeah, Soaring Echo is just like the best one for this. Yeah, pretty nice Claude overall. Again, you have the essence, so I know you're based. Just need to get to the more premium Sly, because more premium equals more better. I will say, getting rid of Deep Star for Speed Taker is interesting, but that's pretty based, honestly. Because again, you gotta flex. The more premium skills you have, the better flexing you are able to do, which is the most important thing in FEH. You gotta flex against all these poor F2Ps, so I respect it a lot. We have Kefnet, the Useless, becoming a member. Thank you so much. Welcome to Lucina Shepherds. And yeah, submit your code into the chat and we can get to you. But yeah, overall, very nice Claude. Again, really loved his Reign of Terror in Summer's Duels. I'm so sad that he fell off, because he just gave out free wins, and I needed those free wins so much. But yeah, thank you so much. All right, since they're in the chat, we can go and take a look at... Oh, okay, so so we have another member chat here. So yeah, I think this is the last member, unless another one comes in. So we have Kef with the Surtur, only +6 Surtur, for shame. Well, you did become a member, so I will review it because you did give me money. Let's see. I think I remember you submitting a thing. Yeah, right here. Okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I guess I must have missed it. I'll get to you, CJ, afterwards. Okay, never mind. It's not. Wrong Surtur. Okay, you do have the Resplendent and Aided Essence, so Select's really good. Love to see that. And then this is the near save build. Aegis with near save. Interesting. I will say, I'd probably swap out Aegis for Arcane Beacon, because Aegis is a very common skill, and Armored Beacon is a lot more rare and a lot more premium. So you want to use the more rare and premium skill when you're using your units, when you're building your units. If you are planning to stick to this stupid shield fighter build, which is dead now, you should probably switch this to Pavis. Otherwise, Earthfire boost I think is optimal, especially for saves. Although Scowl these days, I guess if you're near saving, Scowl doesn't matter because you won't have to deal with Alm. You probably want to swap out Guard Echo for something different. I don't know if like, are there better Echo skills? I guess theoretically you can run Distant Echo, just Counter Echo, just in case. Yeah. Let's see what you have, actually. You have Armored Blaze. Yeah, I'll definitely use this and then swap out the B for like Wily or something. Because running Shield Fighter means that you have to run Aegis or Pavis, which is just not premium and aka not optimal. And yeah, you do have this Counter Echo. Okay. But yeah, I think this build could be workshopped to get more premium skills and to get more merges on your units. I think the priority is getting more merges because you're not a true fan until you get this to +10. Yeah, we need a premium Aegis and Pavis. One that can finally give some advantages for tanking for pay-to-win folks like myself. Like, it's so unfair that Aegis and Pavis combined with Shield Fighter is just the best. It shouldn't be the best. Yeah, Surtur's biggest mistake is not being a dragon and not having access to Scowl. This is why like dragons have so many, is in a really good spot right now, have so many good skills, while beasts over here are struggling so much. Like, it's struggling for all the beast enjoyers. All right, okay, let's get CJ, and I think now that'll be the last member. Stefan Wen with the dual Sather. Okay. Ooh, Frost Moon. You love to see it. Frost Moon, the latest mage special, and therefore the best mage special. Yeah, +10 ring not being there is unfortunate, but I will forgive you for that because you do have +10 here and then 8 at Essence. So I know that you're an actual fan instead of all these fakes. Slimere is the most optimal. Again, like true damage is the best. And I know like you definitely want the more visible res for the end action thing. But I think Stillwater is fine because, let's be real, you don't want to run Phantom Res. Phantom Res is booty. Like, that's such a poverty skill. You don't want to be caught running Phantom Res, like, in any scenario. I will say, I do love the fact that this Sather brought in the end action mechanic. I think that was such a healthy addition to the game and made my life in Summer's Duel so much easier because I just have the Sather here on one team, I have Leon on another team, and then I just win. And it's amazing. Like, best units that IS have ever introduced. I love it. Exactly, CJ, you get it. You paid to make your opponents not play the game. Like, is that just not the epitome of a healthy meta? Kanto Curb Stomp was a mistake. So true. So true. Let's see what you got. Yeah, get pivot on that instead of reposition. Reposition are for losers. Okay, you're saved by having Frost Moon here, but no flare before having Frost Moon is a suspect look. I see you have Occultist and Resonance in case you need that true damage. And then, yeah, you definitely want to run Future Sighted. And then, yeah, you have Soaring Echo, so that's really good. Actually, I really respect that you foddered Soaring Echo, despite the fact that Sather can't run it. It's just true flexing, you know? That's how you flex. Honestly, you should have just ditched this C and then got a tier... Okay, you don't have any good tier 4 C skills, but get a tier 4 C skill and then flex the Soaring Echo. I'm so disappointed. That could have been perfect, but you disappointed me at the last second, CJ. For shame. You'll fix it next time? I have faith in you that you will fix it next time. All right. Okay, I think that's all the members, so we can start going down my list as per normal. Starting with, I see them in chat, so let's do this one. All right, so this should be Leah is important with the Aleer. I see. Oops. Pressed the wrong thing. Well, I'm going to still review this because I have something to say about Formosouls. But anyways, my submission is female Aleer. Definitely my favorite female OC. I love the female characters in all of Fire Emblem. And I didn't give her an 8 essence since I only got 8 Reagan. And I used that essence on my Mythic Thor. But since Mythic units aren't allowed, I think that F Aleer will do since she's also my summoner support. Mythics are allowed. I don't think there was a restriction that I made on that in the post. But yeah, I want to express the fact that Formosouls are the worst thing to have ever happened to the game. Like, and now that they're given for free, like literally anyone can get a Brave Crom that's decked out. Like, only true fans that are willing to have the time and effort and money to get those skills on their units should have the luxury to witness his awesome potential. It just cheapens everything, you know? It's so disappointing. So yeah, any true whale would not be caught using a Formosoul. Yellow Star Supremacy indeed. On this build, I see Celica Ring here, but we have like very defensive A and Bs. If you're going to go Celica Ring, you probably want to go for a nuking build. So that would be Speed Taker and like probably either Excel or Sly Swift Sparrow. Actually, I don't know if she can use Sly Swift Sparrow, but at the very least Excel. And yeah. Honestly, I think you probably want to ditch. So this build is definitely aiming for Omni Tank. So ditch this, run Ike Ring, run Disc Counter, Echo, and then yeah, that would be my suggestions. I guess technically you can do a hidden sit, but I don't know. Celica Ring, there's a lot of anti-warp right now, so you never know. Ooh, Potent. I kind of like Potent, actually, if you're going to go for a nuking build. Like, I know Speed Taker is optimal, but Potent works. But yeah, again, Formosouls, IS ruined the game with them. And they are even giving them out for free now. It's so disappointing. But it is what it is, I guess. All right. All right, next we have is... What about Otherworldly Bonds? They were good until IS decided to give them for free. Like, what were they thinking? It's so much worse. Like, now you can just have a ready build. You don't even have to go into the RNG. You just have a unit given to you, already built by the player. and then you can just redeem it for free? Like, nothing is sacred anymore. I thought we were supposed to summon for fodder. I thought we were supposed to summon for units, for skills. It's so bad for the game. Exactly, don't hurt me. Exactly. You get me. You don't keep the merges? That's the one saving grace. At least it doesn't give you a +10, but it would be the worst thing in the world if IS allowed you to do that. So I guess we have that to thank. Max Flowers unfair, so true. Alright, so next we have Ruben. Hello. I'm assuming Oblivion will be joining you, so I want to annoy him with this unit. I love Freyr. I've shown him lots of love, so feel free to look at the skills. And something cool about him is he can kill Mythic Snake. So Oblivion's not here, but Ill, Freyr, ATM, me here. Freyr is the worst unit and the worst addition that FEH has ever made, unit-wise. By far the biggest mistake. Like, why in the world would you ever want to counter Elamine? Like, Elamine was such a godsend. I need my brain dead strats to work in AR. Otherwise, what else am I supposed to do? Like, think? I hate that. Like, I shouldn't need to think. I should just win. I paid to win. That's what pay to win means. So, yeah, this unit, worst addition in the game. I hate it. ARO is already super limited in the amount of strategies you can do, right? Like, you only have Felix Force, you only have Sigurd Force, or Ado Force, or you're not gonna hit and run, or Lin Sniper, or Omni Tank, or Double Save. I mean, the point is, ARO is suffering. And yet, we still have to deal with this annoying freaking Freyr. Like, I don't even want to review this unit out of disgust. And it's also not even +10. So is this unit actually worth reviewing? No. So yeah, thank you so much for doing your part in ruining Ether Raids. Yeah. Goodbye. All right, I think next we have ooh, let's do this one. This one should be good. We have Dr. Nightshade, aka Joshua, who says, "God bless you, 2025 Desert Banner." Well, God should have blessed you with a +10 Lucina, because this is not it. Although you have the essence, so there is that saving grace. But I don't know why, out of all characters, you picked the worst character from the worst game for me to review. Like, ill. Saved the franchise. More like ruined the franchise, am I right? That being said, you do have Fey Pass with the Resplendent, so you always got to make sure you have Resplendent on, because otherwise, you're a loser. And yeah, I don't make the rules. Otherwise, this is a pretty typical speed take build. I do have fondness for Arcane Lewin, because that way you can swap out the C for something better instead of having to use Edge Pulse or Times Pulse Edge for the extra cooldown. So yeah, like, Arcane Lewin could work, and then you can swap the C to a better C skill, like one that can either buff yourself or debuff the enemy, or can do both. Like, the best skill in the game, Menace. Since Menace can do both things at once, it is the best skill for pretty much every scenario. I mean, again, the only problem is that I'm very disappointed that you have this investment on this terrible flat character. These skills are better fit on a more deserving Lance character, like Dimitri. So yeah. Pretty like the build, but unfortunately it's on the worst character in the series, so that's a oof moment right there. Yeah, don't worry. Menace is premium because, again, my uncle works at Nintendo and we're going to get Menace 5. in the banner trailer for this next upcoming banner. Again, that will be alongside with FE4 because FE4 is a menace to map design. All right, so we have, I think this is Nintendo Boulevard or Tyrone. With the Valentine's Rhea, yo, where's the floret? What happened? Are you just hoarding your florets? Like, only losers hoard their florets. This is F2P now. But yeah. At least you have plus 10 in essence, so I will still review this. But this is Valentine's Rhea build. You still have the Shield Fighter build, which I say if you want to look at this or use that, you probably want to run Scowl these days so that you don't really care about him unless he's braving. Or not running Miracle. But yeah, this is basically the Shield Fighter build, which I believe is the best build still. Although again, depending on how Alm works, things will remain to be seen, but yeah. Again, it's just so unfortunate that Aegis is not premium. IS needs to make a premium Aegis, and then everything will be right, but because Aegis is not premium, the better move would be to swap this to her perf and then run Arcane Flow or something like that. Armored Flow. Because then you can flex an all-premium build, which is the most important thing in the world. And like, yeah, that will be like quite a bit of an investment, but Rhea deserves that. Rhea deserves being the best save. She did nothing wrong. Edelgard was just so mean to her. I don't know who can ever side with Edelgard over her. Dumb people, that's who. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Only fortifications. I thought she came with Scowl. Yeah, she does. So yeah, it might be worth running this over the other skill now these days. Slick Fighter, I respect that. Edelgard, best girl. Okay, you are getting banned, Joel. How dare you have this blasphemy on my channel? All right, there we go. Sorry, we gotta put these Adel simps in their place. All right. Let's see. Who else do we have? Satoshi, what are you? I guess Satoshi's getting banned too. Wow, this is so much blasphemy on this chat. I can't believe this. All right, next we have who do we have next? Let me take a look. Ooh, we have this unit. Let's do this. I saw them earlier in chat, but I don't know if they're still here, but we'll still do them. All right. Okay, so here we have Radiant Hero, Ira, Chloe, very long name. And of course, who else but the newest unit that's raging right now, Legendary Ira. The only Ira that exists right now. I will say it's a very interesting decision to swap out the weapon and the special perf for a pretty standard speed Omni Tank build. I don't think that's really the strength of Legendary Ira, you know? Like, Ira is definitely designed to try to do the melee nuking strat. So personally, I would stick with her perfs and work around that. Like, I know that player phase isn't that popular compared to tanking, but trust me, Ira excels at it. I do see that we did keep the Excel skill from her base kit, but ditching Speed Taker for Lagu's friend, yeah, I prefer just sticking with Speed Taker and nuking. Or honestly, Pass. Like, Pass is kinda underrated with the anti-warp that we have. Breath of Life can work to provide some more support, so I don't think that's anti-synergistic, but in that case, you kind of have to run Sigurd Ring instead of Brutal Assault. So, like, there's, like, pros and cons to that. But yeah, the Seal and Echo is definitely meant to be enemy phase, but again, I don't think that's just Ira's strength. Ira's strength is on player phasing, nuke. Pass 2, free ATM, are you okay? Well, Pass 4 is going to be released, not on this next banner, but on the upcoming banner when they have a Genealogy New Heroes banner to coincide with the FE4 remake, and they'll have Pass 4. Trust me, my uncle works at Nintendo. Also, welcome back, Satoshi. So yeah, very nice Ira. Again, very interesting you changed her from player phase nuke to enemy phase. I just stick with player phase. Alright, next. I saw this person in the chat as well. Alright, so Thor says, the action equal queen, ice block for refresh and forcing opponent to waste an action breaking a block, buttoned to isolation assist, which messes with their own action eco, all while chilling under the sun. Okay, so honestly, no Sacred Seal is interesting. I'm gonna assume you just forgot to equip it. I'll be nice. Although what's not nice is the fact that she's only +1 and no Aiden Essence. Like dual Marianne. Marianne deserves better, Thor. I don't know why you would let this slide. That being said, I am very glad that Marianne was able to get a summer ult. She's definitely the most deserving of it. And yeah, this is pretty standard when it comes to healer builds right now. You have Arcane Charmer, which I think is the best staff, although you can like play with staffs. Staffs do have a lot of options with a lot of unique effects. Call to Serve is pretty busted, and I do like Sway. I just really need to give more of premium healer skills for these A's so that you don't have to run like Raffle. No Seal is a flex. She's so whale she doesn't even need the extra stats. Yeah, she's about as whale as a guppy with these merges. I would personally try to run Soaring Echo instead of Far Trace and try to do Sacred Ring instead for the Kanto. But yeah, Marianne is pretty underrated. Like, I think DTM faced against it one time, and it was just a nightmare to deal with. Granted, this DTM's whole strat was Future Vision. But still. Yeah, very, very thankful we see this dual Marianne. Thank you for submitting it, Thor. Happy to see dual Marianne getting an ult. And yeah, Marianne deserves it instead of someone like, I don't know, Hilda, who's like the worst. Yeah, pretty standard. You're actually based for not running a flash special. Again, the person who manifested that should just be eaten by an alligator or something. Alright. Next, we have this unit. I saw them earlier, but I don't know if they're still here. This is the Miss NC fan. My submission is Ascendant Air. Air is one of my favorite Ascendant units, along with Ithune, Joshua, and Alencia. They feel the most ascended of the Ascendant units to me. More like Ascendant to Hell, but I digress. And the build I have on Air right now has been serving me well as a Lin Ring nuke. Now, if only I could get more merges on her. Yeah, you better get more merges on that. Like, I thought this was one of your favorite Ascended units, and it's not at plus 10, no Essence. I mean, I guess it's kind of fair because I do not like this Ascended take on Air. She looks so radically different from her base version, which, you know, is very iconic, you know? And here, we have Air happy? Like, what happened to the game I love? I missed Ariana Grande. Although apparently she's loading a rebrand right now thanks to Wicked. But yeah, my ideal Ascended are the Ascendants like Ascendant Ishtar, you know? Keeping in with the spirit of the characters, right? Ascendant Ishtar, you just know that is Ishtar. Whereas here, this doesn't look like Air at all. It's so different and so ill. Post Glinda, Ariana. That's actually so true. As for the build, is there any difference or like benefit of running full disarm over potent disarm? Let's be real, Lethality is not that proccing any much, so yeah. But yeah, you definitely need to get this at plus 10. The fact that you don't, despite saying this is one of your favorite Ascendants, means that you're a fake fan. No aided Essence is very, very disappointing. And I personally recommend Potent, honestly. Let's see what skills you have. I guess these are pretty nice skills. You have both lookouts though, that's pretty cool. But yeah, unfortunately not a fan of the Ascendant take, but I guess it's okay to be a fan of trash. Let's see, who else do we have? Ooh, we have this one. Joel, that is not true. DTM is totally fine and is not being trapped in a basement right now. Okay? He's perfectly fine. I will not hear this blasphemy. I already banned you once. I'm not afraid to ban you again. Alright, so we have Light, who says, my Balthus, he works so well for me. I hope he gets a good perf plus refine later this year. I hope he doesn't, because 3-star, 4-star units should not get anything. Those should be reserved to the 5-star exclusive. And yeah, Balthus here, being a 3-star, 4-star unit, that is not cultured. We all know, again, that the only units worth building are 5-star exclusives. So I personally recommend using the latest Axe Infantry, which I think is Ninja Diamant. He actually should be running on a double special hero soon. So yeah, just roll for him, get a plus 10 copy, and then just fodder this Balthus to him, and then you should be set. If you really want to stick with Balthus and hate life, Legu's Friend combined with Giant Axe should be enough to proc the Ignis. So if you want to, you should wail for just Echo, which you can do with the HR banner still here, which is the worst thing in the world because IS giving things out for free ruins the point of the game. And then you can run like, I don't know, one of the Squad Ace seals or something. And yeah, ditch Sigurd Ring for Ike Ring. He's not player facing anything, let's be real. Now, if this is Ninja Diamant, again, ditch this Balthus for Ninja Diamant. Then we can talk about player facing things because Ninja Diamant actually has a player face. So yeah, just fodder this to a plus 10 Diamant and then your build will be optimal. Let's see if you made the mistake of foddering even more skills to this worthless 3-star, 4-star unit. There's a premium skill wasted. There's another premium skill wasted. And wow. So many premium skills wasted on 3-star, 4-star unit. So sad. All right. Let's see. Ooh, we have this one. Whoops, I don't need to do that. Okay, yeah. So we have this Lucius here. Wait an hour. Okay, I wanted to build this boy for so long. And earlier this year, I finally got the motivation to do so. Dragon flowers and all. Well, unfortunately, I do not see a Floret in ATM'S, so it was not all. I'm very disappointed. He probably doesn't have the best skills on him. And he needs an arcane weapon. But they're the ones I had on hand, and he still works solidly well with them. He's actually been a surprising help in AR during light season with Ling Ring. Well, you know what would be a better help? Using an actual good unit on an actual good character. These days, you definitely want Ice Lock. And then one of the healer A's, like Sway or something like that. Ploy is worthless. Ditch that. And then I guess Poetic Justice is fine if you don't want to run like Wrathful Tempo, but no, or like Wrathful Seal. But ideally, you have that covered with the healer A. But yeah, at least you have the Resplendent though, so I know that you're actually kind of based. Again, as a player of Fae, it is a requirement to use Resplendents if they are available, because otherwise you're just not going to have a chance in this game. Honestly, okay, you know what the pro strat is, right? What you do is you plus 10 base Sakura, then you fodder this Lucius to a better character, and then you can have a free ban in Summer's Duels S. That's the only value 3-star, 4-star healers have right now, is to become food for base Sakura. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Oh, welcome Beyond 9. Welcome to the Lucina Shepherds. Thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, if you want your unit to be reviewed, just leave your code here, and then they'll be reviewed. You have a hate? Who can hate Legendary Sakura? Legendary Sakura is so good. Like, she's the most balanced unit in the game right now. And I think we all should praise IS for delivering on such a well-crafted and well-impactful edition. Legendary Sakura saved your fake marriage. Hey, another good thing, thanks to Legendary Sakura. All right. Beyond here. Okay, we have the Form of Souls. You know my thoughts on Form of Souls. It's so stupid for IS to give these out for free and give all the F2P players something that we paid money for. But at least you have a plus 10 and the Floret and the Aided Essence, so I'll give you a pass. I completely forgot she had a refine, if I'm completely honest. Okay. Interesting. And you already have Erica Ring, not at plus 10, but we'll make do. I'll forgive you because she was just recently released. You definitely want to swap this for Excel. And Excel is newer, and therefore newer equals better. Assault Force, though, is pretty new, and you do get the true damage here, so I actually really like that. Alternatives are Speed Taker. It just depends, really. It doesn't actually really matter, I think. And then Snap for the extra movement is nice. Other options are Crux. But I think you probably want to go with Snap. Because, yeah. Extra move is always nice, although you can just ditch this and get Sigurd Ring or Selka Ring, and then it'll be fine. You want to swap this to Blade Session, and then if you can, you probably want Soaring Echo. Soaring Echo is basically mandatory for flying units. Oh, you have Crux. Okay. Okay, there is one thing I have to fault you for, and that is this Glimmer. What is this? This isn't a premium skill. Like, I could forgive the Formosoul, but the fact that you have a Formosoul with Glimmer is just blasphemy and sacrilegious. As a rule, you need no quarter. You need haste slice. You need all the premium skills. Because again, more premium equals more better. So yeah, you want haste slice on this unit, otherwise you might as well just send her home because she's worthless. Yeah, no haste slice, 0 out of 10. So true, so true. Yeah, you know my thoughts on Formosouls. Giving the pores more thing is always bad. So yeah, I am very disappointed with that. Yeah, thank you for becoming a member. Let's see here. Ah, we have this one. Okay, so we have Korra. Soaring Balls on SD. I really hate Erosion Season, by the way. She doesn't really fold to anything that isn't named Ira. And she also has a far save mode. Okay. So we have this Robin here. One of the many Robin ults in the game. I honestly just can't keep track of them. We get way too many Robin ults, honestly. Like, IS just keeps pumping them out. They need to stop doing that. And yeah, no refind is kind of sus. You definitely want to, like, this. You might have forgotten, but like, no one should forget. Like, anyone who forgets to refine their arcane weapon is just not good at the game. So this is mainly Storm Balls, and then yeah, as a nearsighter, you go Shield Fighter Pavis. You don't have to deal with Alm. I'm kind of unsure about Solid Ground though. Like, I think a Squad A Seal would be better. She's unmerged though, so you need to work on those merges. Like, as soon as you summon a Robin, just like immediately merge into it. You don't really need the fodder duplication. It's not that big of a deal. You could just get the fodder independently. Yeah, it's just like you have to spend more orbs, but I think getting it to +10 and flexing is more important than using these quote-unquote fodder banks efficiently. So yeah, just get this to +10 and then you should be set, hopefully. And yeah, get pivot on this. Again, best skill in the game. You want pivot on everything. Or at least assists, like positional assists. Okay, so I assume Briar far save here is for the far save. And so Aegis. Man. Again, we definitely need premium Pavis or premium Aegis so we can flex better. Twin save Blaze with edge skills might be better. It's not might better, it is better because it uses more premium skills. And more premium equals more better. Again, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Alright. Next we have... from Gas, we have this Enna. You know me, it's just the latest Enna update. Trust me, it works. She can beat most threats in SD. Just need Frozen. That penalty is cracked. You know what else is cracked? The back of the rest of the team on that this unit is on to have to carry this team to carry this unit to success. At least you have the Essence though, and the Floret. Pivot should be the only movement skill available in the game. So true. So true. Yo, where's the ring? Gas. I thought this was supposed to be the best Enna. I expect to see a ring, a +10 ring on Enna. Presumably Ike ring, because this is an Omni-Tank ring. So yeah, I expect a +10 Ike ring on this the next time we see this Enna. I think Arcane Fell Arts is the best dragon skill that Enna can use right now, so that is fine. Edge Scales works really, really well. Right? Erica Ring would go hard. Exactly. Honestly, Erica Ring being good for defensive units was not on my bingo card, but I respect it. So yeah, either +10 Ike or +ing Erica Ring. I think actually. Stronghold's good for the stones, Edge Scales, Breath of Life for the tankiness. Excuse me. Hardy Bearing and Disencounter Echo. All very good stuff. Again, you just need to get that +10 ring on that. Switch this to Pivot. Unfortunately, like, Enna is not the unit I would have this investment on, personally. Run Winter Allure instead, you just spoke my mind. Like, just use these skills on Winter Allure, and then that'll be better. I forget, is Enna a Grail unit? Or oh yeah, she is a Grail unit. Okay, never mind. Enna is trash. Like, don't use Enna at all. Like, Grail units are even worse than 3-star, 4-star units in terms of viability. So yeah, definitely ditch this for Winter Allure. I think you'll do a lot better. And most importantly, you would maintain dignity because you'll be based in using 5-star exclusive instead of being unbased. So yeah. I do respect the essence. I do respect the floret. I don't respect the unit. So overall, kind of a mixed bag. All right, next we have Professor Toad with the legendary female Corrin. It's a unique build for Aetheryte's offense. Spring Plumeria with Shadow Smite makes it easy to initiate for fortifications, and her Sabotage plus penalty doubler from Panic Smoke are a fun combo, especially when they're Freyr proof. She takes the meta nukes of AR and Arena, but skill suggestions are appreciated. Since PM1 said she was confirmed for next Hall for PM1 again. The traitor. I don't want to hear another PM1 thing ever again. But like otherwise, like this is a good build. I will say with Alm it can be rough on relying on negating Fang, but I don't know if there's anything to help with that, to be honest. I guess you can try running Scowl instead of fortifications and relying on being outspeeding to make sure you avoid him ever hitting the special that will just disable negating Fang. Panic Smoke is cool with all the debuffs and stuff. But if you're not like extending Corrin all the way in, you probably go with Breath of Life instead. I don't know. The Corrins, it's kind of weird. It's hard to recommend right now because like legendary female Corrin is just not in a good place. Like honestly, if you're a Corrin fan, you should invest into legendary male Corrin instead. He's currently the best Omni tank in the game and basically survives everything. So I do recommend using legendary male Corrin over this Corrin if possible. So yeah, love the essence and the floret, but personally would use legendary male Corrin because again, he's the best Omni tank in the game. Ask Satoshi, he would know. He's making an apology video because he dared doubted legendary Veil Corrin. Well, thankfully we set him right. So, yeah. Who else do we have? When have I ever been wrong, John? I'm just simply too powerful. That's why DTM tries to hide me. Well, look how the tables have turned. Okay, so next we have Logan, or Fayer. Oh, another Lucina? Okay, let's see what they have to say. My elite is Spring Lucina, and I've given it the most up-to-date build I can with the new Blue Arcane Tome, AS Mastery, etc. It's my favorite unit and always sits as my lead, so anyone can friend if they want to try to grab it during an event. Well, unfortunately for you, you spent all this investment for nothing, because Lucina is the worst character in the worst series, in the worst game of the series. And so, this disgusts me. Like, normally I would be happy seeing the Essence and the Floret and the +10. But again, why this character? This character sucks. Such a flat character, no one likes them. I do respect the finish 2 just to spite the worst character. But if you're going to actually use this effectively, again, just use this fodder on a better unit. Like, potentially Sather, probably, honestly. But yeah. As for like a standard mage build, I do think Flare is overall better than, was it Frost Moon or something? Because Frost Moon's kind of weird, especially on speedy units. You like don't want to double, which is really weird. Perfect provides the NFU and Resonance provides true damage. You might want to look into getting Sly though, because I know Perfect has very good NFU potential, but honestly, it's very easy to outsource NFU, so I would go with Sly. And plus, Sly is more premium. I think. I actually don't know. And then, yeah. I will say, at the very least, if you had to choose a Lucina, at least you choose the most meta Lucina there's currently, which is Spring Lucina, the best combat Lucina right now. So at least I can sort of see this for like meta reasons. If it was like Ninja Lucina or something, I would have just quit the stream because, man, that unit is so terrible. It's so bad. What other investments do we have? Okay, so no slot. Oh, only Slymere. Rip. The cutest Lucina is definitely Resplendent Lucina, though. Honestly, Resplendent OG Lucina is the best Resplendent in the game. Like, no one can deny that that art is peak. Alright. Thank you for the submissions, but again, Lucina's the worst unit in the worst game, so rip to that, I guess. What else do we have? Here we go. Alright, so Gemini Knight with the Hinoka, Legendary Hinoka is one of my favorite characters. Doesn't seem like it with her being unmerged. Fake fan. And units 2 back then, I had a couple of spare fodder to give her, such as Spring Bernadetta. And I hope she gets a legendary remix soon. Like, you have the essence, but yo, I thought this was your favorite character. Where's the plus 10? Like, we've established this. The only units that are worth using are plus 10 units. Plus 10 units is everything in terms of combat. Unfortunately, like, Legendary Hinoka is kind of outdated, but I don't know, you doubled down on being outdated with all these outdated skills. Like Fury, Double Fury. Who runs Double Fury? I don't know any use cases for Fury right now. It is super old and thus super dead. Anyone who still uses or desires Fury is a laughingstock. So you want to run the most premium A skill, which I think is Blue Skies. So yeah. Actually, is Blue Skies inheritable to ranged units? If not, you probably have to go with Sly then. But if you can do Blue Skies, you better summon on multiple Ericas, and then for the B, I guess you go Assassin Strike. There's not a lot of options for bow calves, or not bow calves, for bow flyers. Actually, I think you can run Speed Taker. So honestly, you probably go Speed Taker instead. Again, just getting that more true damage. So yeah, Sly and then Speed Taker. Again, more true damage. Get rid of this Fury nonsense. And then probably go Blade Session. And then again, we cannot accept the fact that we have so much unpremium skills here. Aether, it's so unexclusive and therefore bad. So you want Deadeye or Curve Shot or anything, because Aether just doesn't fit the vibes, you know? So yeah, this thing needs a whole kit overhaul. You need this at plus 10. But at least you have the essence, so I guess you're somewhat there. Let's go see ya. And yeah, replace Group Possession with Pivot. You have Deadeye! Wait, what? Okay, I guess swap this out to Deadeye then. Probably like Remote Sparrow better, if I'm gonna be completely honest. At least it's better than a Fury. But yeah, you definitely want Sly. Get that premium rep on. Okay. Let's see, what do we have next? Fun fact, Hinoka comes with Deadeye. Switch out Rallying Cry for Air Orders 4. Yeah, definitely. So true. Uh-huh. Alright. We're going to do a couple more, and then I'll open it up for like last minute ones, so... Yeah. Alright, we have Sammy Boy, or Sam Bradley. I decided to put Deirdre for mine. She's one of my favorite FE4 characters, and I love building her. She definitely packs a punch in all of game modes. What type of punch? Because if it's like a balloon punch, then yeah, I think that fits. If you have any suggestions for other skills I could give her, I would love some feedback. I would suggest you ditch this Deirdre and go with like literally any other save. Thanks, Green. That being said, Arcane Truth Fire is the Hawaiian punch. Exactly. I think Arcane Truth Fire is the current best build for that. Reposition is unfortunate. Again, you want Pivot, the best positional assist in the game. And then we have Frost Moon with the Lin Ring. And then we have Slide for the true damage. We have Discord. We have Pulse Deploy. So the idea here is just like a lot of debuffs in order to get that. Personally, like, I'd swap this out for pretty much any. Attack Oath Echo is not that good. You can have more. Honestly, you probably swap out this for Times Pulse Echo and then run a better skill for the C. Like Menace. It will pair up really well with the Discord. And yeah. I will say the fact that you have this Resplendent, but not the OG, but not the Resplendent Arts. This is like you're on the council, but we do not grant you the rank of a master, right? Like if you have a Resplendent, you have to run the arts. There's just no other way. Like, what is this? Like, all the Resplendent arts are good. So I don't know why people would disable the Resplendent art and choose the OG. I'm not a big fan of Stillwater, if I'm gonna be honest. Probably swap that out for probably like any other attack res skill. Like you could even use one of the squad ace skills. Because she is deceptively tanky, if I remember correctly. With this res. So yeah. Stillwater is for the ploy, but again, you probably want to run a better C skill like Menace instead. Oh, you also have Flare. Very nice. Overall, I will respect it because you have the Essence, you have the Floret, you have the +10, and even though you didn't choose the OGR, at least you paid for the Resplendent art, which means you're based. Just gotta switch this to Pivot, and then you should be good. But yeah, overall, probably one of the better skills that we have, better showcases that we have, because other than the fact that it's Deirdre, it's been pretty nice. All right, we'll do a couple more. Probably like 2 more, I think. Again, I do apologize, but there's just too many submissions. It's definitely not because I can't make jokes for all of them. Let's do this one. John, if you want, you can do your you can show your thing or code, and I can get to it, I guess. I'll assume Suna. I'll transfer one of these membership things that Suna has to you. So technically, you did pay. All right, so we have Glad with the Priam. Okay, I really like Priam. I sacrificed a lot to get him useful. Yeah, you better sacrifice a lot because he's like really bad. I see the Aided Essence, so that's good. But again, not +10. I thought you liked Priam. Okay, so we have another instance of a fake ban. So top priority is to buy some ore packs, get the merges, and like no ring, finish. What is Finish doing here? Finish is 2024. It's too old. Like, do something better, like Stronghold, or even the boost skills. They would do really well. And then, like, Brutal Tempest is a really good skill, but there are other ways to get extra movement, like Sigurd Ring, and this is not really a player phase unit anyway, so you might be better with Ike Ring, and then running a different C. What is this fraud doing here? I'm the descendant of the Radiant Hero? Well, I mean, it is, right? That means canonically I had kids. That's how it works. I don't make the rules. You could bring it up to IS. You have a bunch of skills here. Honestly, for a tanking build, you probably want to go Breath of Life. So, oh mighty ATM, tell me how many US dollars must I spend to get my Freyr to +10? If I remember correctly, your Freyr was at +5, so you would need like 5 copies. So that will unfortunately, I think you'll have to spend $1,000 to get your Freyr to a +10. But don't worry, that $1,000 is totally worth it. Like, what else would you do with that $1,000 besides paying orbs and Fae? There's just no other option. Like, the economy is booming right now, like, so you can afford to get that $1,000 into Fae. Definitely nothing else that will happen soon. All right, let's see. I think, hopefully I didn't lose the friend code. Okay, here it is. All right, after this, I'll do one more. And then we'll end it. So this is your last chance. I'll open it to everyone in this chat. Submit your code plus like a pitch so that I actually choose it. And then yeah, that'll be the last one. So we have John here with the +10 saber. Okay. Floret, Essence, +10. Like, that's how we can tell this is a true fan. Now, unfortunately, if I remember correctly, Saber is a Tempest Trial unit, which means immediately you are very unbased, John. We all know that Grail units are worthless and should not ever be used unless you want to bring shame to your family, dishonor on you and your cow. Otherwise, this is like the pretty standard Omni-Tank build. Like, you have Godlike Reflexes, like Goose Friend, Breath of Life. You probably want to switch this to Squad Ace, HP, Attack, Defense. And Jahan and Lance is fine, but like, you do lose that on Slaying, so you have to run Times Pulse Echo. If you want, you could try Lewin, and then run Distant Counter Echo instead. And so you can have this be literally any other skill. Because again, Distant Bonus Doubler is not that premium. Like, Phoenix Master 1 recommended it. So you know that it's a bad recommendation. You should never trust that trader. And yeah, this is a lot, but again, why all this for a Grail unit? Grail units suck. You should give this to a better unit, like Dimitri. Ooh, Fortifications is also really nice if you want to go Lewin, Distant Echo. Yeah, you definitely want Distant Counter, I think, probably. I think that would be for the best. No Gust? Yeah, that's only Godlike Reflex, no Gust. Well, I guess that fits because you also have no bitches, so kind of a shame. All right, let's, yeah. My suggestion was be to get this on a non-Grail unit and you'll be set. And yeah, let's see who we have in the chat uh, for codes. Here is the code if necessary. It's my code. Okay, these are not pitches. I actually need a, like, introduced to see best girl. Young Emerin, my goat for one Gale Force. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very intrigued at what best girl is. So I'm gonna see what Gabriel has. Gabriel, what is this? I thought you said this was best girl. But what you gave me is worst girl. Vale is so annoying, so unlikable, like so unsympathetic. I don't know how anyone... And like, what is the Springhold? Why is Vale happy? Vale does not deserve to ever be happy. I'm so disappointed for you. No essence, only +5. You say this is best girl, but for you, I can tell you think it's mid girl. Yeah, exactly, Ruben. Iceberg is not premium, so you should definitely swap that out for a premium skill. And then it should be +8. It's not updated. Wait, did you literally just summon this? In between, like, the streams? If that's the case, that's actually pretty based. Not gonna lie. Like, sure, it's for a trash character, but I respect the last-minute summons to try to get her merges. So honestly, you have my respect. But I believe this is mainly base kit. You definitely want, I think Resonance. I think that's in general the best skill for mages these days. Like, Resound does have a lot. Actually, isn't Resound Resonance but Kanto? Okay, it is actually Resonance plus Kanto. Okay, never mind. You stick with Resound. That's fine. Don't know why you have Repo here. You need Pivot on that. And then, unironically, because we know that the C skill is trash, just like Vale, you should ditch this trash perf for a better skill, like Menace, because it actually combos really well. Because she is brave, the debuffs that will imply and the buffs on herself will get amplified. And so, that just means you get more buffs from your buffs. Yeah, you definitely want Slime here, because again, like, she's brave. So, like, yeah, you do lose out on the Scowl, but again, you'll be ditching the C anyways, so it doesn't really matter. For Menace. So yeah, you want Sly, and then Resonance, and then, yeah, ditch this for Menace, and then you should be good to go for this skill. The only crystals this water has is coal. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I think I got, like, baited because I thought this would be best girl, but it's actually worst girl. So yeah, unfortunately, I got baited. But it is what it is. But yeah, that should be it for the unit reviews. Thankfully, I have the best takes on everything, so I'm sure you all learned a lot when watching the stream. Unfortunately, again, it is unfortunate that DTM was unavailable to do this, and definitely not stuck in a basement, but you know, it is what it is. And personally, I'm a much better player and a much better strategist than DTM. So, is it really a loss? No, it's not a loss. Again, if you haven't been following my Twitter, I guess I'll just end this on some notes and some tips on how to do better now that you have your knowledge on building units. Because obviously it's not just about building units, although that is a big part. It's about playing units. So yeah. So, tip number 1. Wait, hello? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. We're saved. that was kind of scary. I'm a professional streamer, chat. So tip number 1. Did you know that the more money you spend in FEH, the more lucky you'll be on your summons? Again, my uncle works at Nintendo, so I have all the inside scoop on the secret mechanics that IS is trying to hide from you. And IS actually keeps track of your purchases, and to incentivize spending, they will actually boost the rates secretly. Because you don't actually get in trouble legally if the rate is higher than what is advertised. So remember, when you're summoning for those plus 10 units that I mentioned before, be sure to buy as much orbs as you can, because that will boost your rates and get you those plus 10 units really, really fast. Yeah, if you aren't spending, you aren't winning. Truer words have never been spoken. And then the second tip is as follows. Did you know that the more merges you have on your Summoner Duels team, the more likely you'll face lower rank opponents? You know how everyone on the FEH subreddit complains about, getting matched into Master Tier? That's because they're poverty players with all unmerged units, while the Master players all have plus 10 units. And because they have all plus 10 units, the system, in order to make it feel rewarding that you have spent it on getting those plus 10s, will make it easier and match you against these casual players. So be sure to get your units to plus 10, again, with the secret tip before, and breeze through rank 1 this next SDS season. That's tip number 2. And then tip number 3, we have FE4 remake coming. Its localization will be handled by Nintendo of America, and they'll make it so that Sigurd's name will be relocalized to something like, I don't know, Mike or something. Yeah, unfortunately, they had to sanitize the story, and they removed the church and the they removed the church and the relationships and all that sort of stuff. So all you really get in the FE4 remake are the very, very big maps, because they felt that that is the part of the game that everyone really, really loved. So at least they did get the most important aspect of the game down. So we got that going for ourselves. Exactly the true spirit of FE4. So yeah, exciting times to be a Fire Emblem fan. Super excited for the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. That is definitely going to have an FE4 remake announcement. Mark my words. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining. And oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. And yeah, if you did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz, to help support the channel. I don't know when I'll be able to be this free again. I I don't know. DTM treats me so badly, so I don't know exactly when I could stream again. I might need to have some backup plans when it comes to, again, definitely not stuffing into basement plans or anything like that. Just, plans to be more visible. So, yeah, do appreciate you all joining me on this momentous occasion. And yeah, hope you all have a rest of the day. Be sure to spend in FEH. Spend those orbs. Spend those FEH Pass things. And make sure to summon everything. Make sure to summon day 1. And make sure to summon every unit that people are hyped about. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And see you all next time. Bye, everyone.